It's good day, good morning, good night, good willkommen and bienvenue to another day of crushing, humiliating English disaster. The fourth day of the first test between England and Australia. And Manan Shah says Bridalplasty is a US show where women compete for massive amounts of plastic surgery.
This time it's a great cut shot by Strauss. He had a look at that, waited for it and cut it in his favourite area.
There we
Just
go.
backwards square.
Tell you a tale of woe from Dave Wood. This is about the Brisbane test 4 years ago. He said the test coincided with his 30th birthday. A night out with my then girlfriend
Says it all.
and close friends at the pub ended with me watching the second day's play at home. I refused to go to bed until we'd taken a wicket.
Hilton House again.
Long night,
arrowing in on the stumps, but Strauss gets behind it and plays it back up the pitch.
Despite his girlfriend's pleas, Freddie eventually took a wicket and he celebrated with a pint of champagne. It was so happy, he tried to ring his cousin who was at the game. Unable to get connected, or so I thought, I went to join my girlfriend upstairs. While sparing you all the details, suffice to say, I fell asleep at a fairly inopportune moment.
Hilton House again, driven nicely by Strauss. He'll get one as Doherty dives to his right, but doesn't collect it cleanly, and they should have got back for two. And they have.
Well,
England's 50's up.
And Strauss has scored 11 this morning. So
And
he's beaten that.
that's the first thing we need to note. England have got 50 opening partnership, and they trail by 171.
He woke up the next day to an extremely pissed off soon-to-be ex-girlfriend and a confusing text from his cousin asking why he'd left him a 2-hour voicemail of silence. A few days later, 1-0 down. He was single and staring at a £200 phone bill. We've got a guest on the sofa today, as we often do.
Morning/evening, everyone.
What's your name and where'd you come from?
I'm Chris. I'm from FHM.
Good morning.
I am, shamelessly here to plug the website.
Nice. We like that.
What's the website called?
It's fhm.com.
That's okay.
It's
You can
amazing.
plug that all the way you like.
Yeah, and talking of the very nice-looking Australian ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who they are?
Well, I don't, but we do have an article that is the top 10 Ashes wags on the
right.
Ah, sweet.
So
There you go.
Custar says those Aussie wags have been stored in the visual wink bink. Oh, the carousel of love. Marcus J. Mitchell says, my brother once said that Peter Siddle has a face that you would never get tired of punching. I agree. What about you guys, Chris?
Wouldn't it be frustrating though, because you wouldn't really see the effect? It's so
You wouldn't see the
already.
I knew a bloke I was at school with. God, I'm sure he won't be listening, so I'll say it anyway. Richard Leverington. We used to call him Halibut because his face was so flat. You know, he looked like a flat fish. And we often used to think there'd be absolutely no point in hitting him with a spade. It would just be flush. You know, nothing would happen. And to an extent,
If you
Siddle
are
is like
listening,
that.
He doesn't mean it.
it's when you need two, don't you? One on each side, and you can sort of square it off.
Yeah.
Because you can make it a team game then, as well.
I think we'd have quite a lot of donuts in the bunker.
Yeah, but I like the bunker that. Sorry, we actually can't fit the other 50 people in because instead of condensed canned beans, Hendo's insisted on
Donuts.
50 years of donuts. That's swept by Strauss. Let the ball come onto him, and that's actually going to go for.
It's his 50.
It's his 50. It went for a single, I think, but it is his 50. England 89 for no loss.
Strauss's 50 means that we have won a bet on cricketbetlive.com.
Ah, excellent.
Talking of Cricket Bet Live, Sofa American asks, has Cricket Bet Live opened a market on USA v North Korea? Brighton Munich says the ICC would have to step in if there is a nuclear war.
You can guarantee that the people who won't make a decisive, relevant decision about the whole thing if there's nuclear war will be the ICC. They'll just be waiting to find out what India lets them do.
It's very worrying about our tweeters that they are absolutely obsessed with nuclear war now.
And a wicket comes Strauss. That's awfully
He dropped him!
Mitchell Johnson has dropped. I wouldn't call it a sitter, but
I bloody would.
It would be caught 9 times out of 11. Oh, good lord!
You don't see them anymore.
Why would you bother having a box
I don't think I've ever seen one before.
Haven't you?
There's pink ones. The old
Oh,
pink
the old
ones.
pink ones.
The old pink
that
ones.
snap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
if
if
you-
orange. It's
yeah.
an orange one.
It's always advisable if you've got a pink boxing to wear ice with it so that your scrotum shrinks and there's no danger of one of your testicles being snapped off.
And Zeno Rob thinks that the Exto looks a bit Dutch. He does look a little bit Dutch.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Those look a bit Dutch, yes. Here comes Doherty also, as you can imagine. He's bowling from left to right. And this ball turns, quite a sharp turn, but Cook gets through the offside. He's going to pick up his feet. Oh, he's fallen over. Don't move. Oh, you raving maniac has got away with it. He's got away with it, owing to the fact that his running was even less inept than the fielding. Yes, Bales are off. England have done it. They've survived a session without losing a wicket. 135 without loss. 31 overs in that session. 116 runs at an average run rate of 3.74. Wow. Hope is beginning to spring.
What he did is he slid and he hit the ball back into his trailing hand and then dragged it with him to the boundary. So he had to sort of panic and managed to just about maneuver to keep it in. But then at the very last moment,
He touches it with his foot.
and he knows perfectly well he's touched it because he's touched it pretty hard.
He's already smiling.
And he's already smiling, going, "Oh shit, I buggered that up." And then he doesn't admit it because he's a dirty, cheating Aussie scumbag.
It's too early to say this, but Siddle doesn't look quite as frightening as you
No, well, I've noticed one thing. He hasn't got any of his buttons done up, and because he wears his collar up, it's just a bit loose. And
That's slowing him down in his run.
well, I just think it just doesn't look as intimidating. So
I think
it's all a bit fanned out.
it's Ming the Merciless from the film Flash Gordon. Have you seen the film Flash Gordon?
I have not.
No, again, too young. Yeah, typical.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Daniel.
Aye, that be me. Oh, what's this? Oh, no. Oh, this is some kind of formation Australian young people enjoying themselves. Stop it. Oh, this is horrible. If Manny was here now, he'd have ruptured his spleen in fury. Oh no! Of course, them. Oh, I don't want. I'm not going to say what. All right. What do they sponsor?
It's some sort of hot chocolate. Hot chocolate.
Well, is it really repulsive and you should never buy it?
Yeah.
And is it called? Was it called Milo? If ever you're thinking of getting any Milo, don't get it. Don't get it. It's horrible.
Although the FHM man inside me's got to say some of those ladies at the front were rather tasty.
That's
If
why
they
they're
were
at the
Test match
front.
sofa
Yes,
t-shirts,
that is right at the
I'd have
front.
loved them. Oh, he's out. Strauss is out. He's come down the wicket to Marcus North. The wicket has. Oh, that is absolutely awful. It was in massive super slow mo. Strauss didn't even bother trying to get it back. He was so exhausted.
Lovely Mark Landau's texted in to say, "We're ahead. Fuck you, Australia." And yes, fuck you too, Mark Landau. Chasing Willow says, "Good morning, so." She says he's very excited to hear that you're on.
Good morning. I'm excited as well. I like it when I'm on because it means that I don't have to listen to any of you.
This is the sort of mutual respect that we have on the sofa.
Lord Aaron wants to know, why do the English clap with their hands above eye level?
Oh, that's to do with the level of approval.
All right.
Yeah,
It
it's pretty
actually is.
basic. I thought everyone did that.
The overhead clap from the captain means that you've absolutely bowled or done whatever it was according to the plan and instruction. A chest level clap is an approving clap. A waist level clap is a kind of come on clap, as in you haven't really done that well, but I'm encouraging you. We learnt that from Kiwi Romant pace bowler Ian O'Brien.
What England have got to do is continue to concentrate on batting. They've done half the job. They've got 9 wickets left to try and complete the job. From where they were, even frankly, they're probably in the best position they've been in since just before the loss of Jonathan Trott in the first innings at about an hour after the game started. So this is kind of good where we are now. Ever since that, it's been absolutely shit.
It's been a journey.
Did you guys have, here, we used to have in Australia space food sticks. Did you ever have them?
And they used to go
in
off
the
in your
early
mouth.
80s?
They used to sort of explode in your mouth.
Not
that's
pop
like-
rocks. That's crack
No.
cocaine,
what
which
it
we
was?
also had in the early 80s.
I bet you did.
No, it says sticks. It was sticks. 2 little sticks of like a
Don't get like that,
spongy,
Ken. Don't worry, your
caramelly.
time will come.
Fine, all right.
Do you mean a Twix?
Yeah, you might really don't, Robert.
Look,
Amazing things we had in Australia. It's like brown.
And the best thing was, in Australia, they got away with it. Called, this is space food, guys.
Yeah, come on.
Space
Space.
all right. Can somebody,
The wrapper's shiny.
back me up here? You guys can all shut the fuck up, right? Or I'm going to pull Helfin House out and just rip through your middle order.
My boss sits next to me.
Oh, okay, that's tricky.
Yeah, so you
Rookie
haven't got a real
mistake.
job. You mean you've got a real boss next door to you?
Yeah, I do also have I have stuff to do. Like, I've
Do
got to
you
work
really?
and look at our stats and email you about those.
Yeah.
And then I've got to kind of just generally catch up on the sofa emails. And then I've got to kind of speak to our production partners. And
Yeah, you have got a lot to do.
advertise.
Okay,
so-
fair enough. Yeah. So you can see there's a little insight into just how much goes into making.
Yeah, how
that.
much of my company's
how much
time I'm
of your
wasting.
time-
This just
Are
doesn't
they listening?
happen. Billions of dollars that would have been funneled into the UK economy get siphoned off in order to make this cut price production that you're listening to.
That would have been a bad way to go. Run out on 99.
It's probably the most likely, Phil, isn't it?
Could be.
That quick single.
Although, let's not count our chickens.
No, there'll be no
You could
chicken
easily
out
be caught behind.
there. That's true.
Or bowled.
Yep.
LBW. There are many ways to get out of
Stumped.
cricket.
Yeah.
10.
Caught anywhere, actually.
I'd like to see him timed out. Considering he's already out there, I'd like to see him get timed out. Here we go. It's
The tension
wicked.
is palpable.
Siddle into Cookie, cuts
There
it
it
away.
is.
That's going to be his ton.
Look at that. Here we go.
We see a very nice super slow-mo of Cook punching nothing.
Nobody
I
likes a
wanted
soy
a flat
coffee.
white, not a latte.
Jesus Christ. Well, at least you can get a flat white in that country. Trying to get a flat white in England is like trying to get a midget to do what you want. How can he take those amazing sort of one-hand diving saves from behind and then something comes in roughly at collarbone height and he just fumbles it like an idiot?
It's karma.
What?
Perhaps. Karma?
What did he do? Punch the pitch in a former life and now it's having its revenge?
Yeah. No, he took
He
the
got it by the
tough
throat.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the way to take the pitch, by the throat.
one. Where is the pitcher's throat exactly?
Long off.
There we go. That's why we've got a fielder there.
Right.
Just occasionally to keep it
Put
under
a foot
control.
on the pitcher's throat.
He must have put that down. It was a
Third catch
short
today.
and wide. It was cut, but it was cut in the air. And, well, let's say that this would have been quite some catch. And he's almost unbelievable. It's like he's caught it in
caught it?
in his fingers almost.
It's not even more unbelievable if you're Hendo, given that your fingers are the same length as a cocktail sausage.
That was
What are you going to say there?
And he probably didn't get in once he did get on the pitch.
As Cook goes back to this one outside the off stump from Hilford House and plays down to the offside. Oh, the coffee.
Too much
the
coffee.
The coffee's.
Oh!
The coffee's.
Sports journalism 1, experience 0.
Sports journalism fail.
This is one for you, Ben. It's from DJ Testament. He says, "Okay, I'm highly caffeinated and a bit fidgety. So if anyone does know a club in London open between 8 and 12 a.m, I'd be grateful for a shout."
That's pulled and pulled powerfully, and that's going to go away for 4 runs. They had a man at forward square leg. They got no one out on the boundary, and that races away. That's the 100 partnership of 165 balls. They are cruising. Right.
This is great. Preston Towers, he's in full attack mode now. He says, and I believe he's Australian. Defensive fields, lack of bowling and tech variety, too much north, no clue. Yep, this is summer with blank stare punting. Chris, would you mind replacing Hendo?
Incredibly frustrating.
That's pushed into the offside, and there's no run. You might have to. What you have to do when you replace Hendo is, if you give him a little bit of sugar, that'll be just enough to get him over to the sofa at the back, and
Did
then
he
he can
drink all
pass
his?
out again.
Did he drink all his coffee? It didn't touch the sides.
Also, if you give Hendo sugar, just remember to keep your fingers completely open.
Yeah.
So your palm has got to be completely open, because otherwise he might bite your fingers off.
And let's not forget, there aren't as many Aboriginals in Australia as there used to be because you killed them all.
Oh, it's us that killed them, not you.
Yes,
It's funny how that works, isn't it?
Pushed into the offside, and Trott gets his 50.
Do you want to say it, Chris? Do you want to just say it just for belief, what the score is?
It's 297 for 1.
What's the score, Ben?
What is it? The 2 and the 9 and the 7. That's 297.
That I think is right.
So
Yeah,
the one means-
I know this is provided by Channel 9, but I think that's right.
And
yeah.
the 1 means there's just 1 wicket down.
That's right. Yeah.
So we've got 9 guys left.
Yeah, 9 wickets left.
9 wickets left to fall. And we've already got 300 runs. So are we ahead? So we're ahead, yeah?
Bad light stop play at 309 for 1. I imagine that'll be the close of play for today, with England 88 runs
Really
ahead.
is very, very dark out there.
Chasing Willow, she says, "Good day, Sofa. Sleep well. I'm too cautious stroke happy to say anything pithier than that. I love the sound of a depressed convict."
That is it. That is the sound. You just record that and play it whenever something like that drop catch goes down
Well,
or
we've
something.
recorded it. Yeah. Actually, Tom, could you do that? The sound of an unhappy.
Fuck off, Tom.
I say, is that testmatchsafer.com you're listening to?